Hello, my name is Geogen and welcome back to Armoured Warfare. What you're seeing today is patch 013 in action, and we're on an old map unfortunately. I haven't got the new map yet, the Coastal Threat, but I am playing in a new vehicle, one of the Chinese main battle tanks from tier 3 to tier 8. There isn't a tier 9 and there isn't a tier 1 or 2, but this is the tier 6 MBT, the type 85-2M. And I think after a few games in each I have to do more playtesting, but this is my favourite thus far. The Type 85M 2M, as you can see, is not a slow vehicle. It does have sluggish traverse, but its speed going forward is not bad, and its traverse speed is okay. It's not fantastic, but it isn't bad either. What makes this tank very good is the frontal hull and its slope. It is composite armour and it's 390mm thick against armour piercing, or effective. It's 390. That jumps up to 600 on the hull against shaped charge ammo, heat and rockets or missiles, and also on the turret that jumps up to 640. For AP it is 416mm thick. That doesn't take into account angling and where you actually strike the front of the turret or the front of the hull. But regardless, it is very strong. I have bounced several shots from MBT 70s which have very nice penetration. I believe it's 381 on that tank. And I've bounced that on my lower hull, lower plate. Not often, but I have bounced there. I have a feeling the lower half of the lower plate, the part close to the ground, is thinner than that of the middle upper plate, as it were, but more place testing will confirm this, and hopefully they'll get an armor viewer eventually. In terms of the armament of the Type 85-2M, I believe it's a 125mm gun, very similar to Soviet designs, and the issue is it can only fire armor piercing and heat. You will be firing mostly armor piercing. Heat for the occasional target like that Bradley if it didn't have ERA, but as he's at distance, well, unfortunately, a ricochet of a critical angle of 78 degrees. That's more information that was provided compared to the last patch. It would just say critical hit or bounce, I believe. Side of an XM1, very easy penetration, the damage is good, the rate of fire is not bad. I do have a set of retrofits. I will have them listed because I can't remember all of the names, but internal hull reinforcement is a standard choice in these types of machines. But like I was saying with the gun, you can't have high explosive, which can be a problem with finishing off low health targets, and I'm not sure what I think of that effect at the top where that strawberry jam just appears at the top of the screen essentially when you get damaged, and it's a grey splodge when you get hit. Not really sure what I think of that. It's not hugely annoying, but it is somewhat annoying at the same time. You get hit in the engine there, first hit to the engine usually knocks it out in, or damages it in most vehicles, so yeah, it's kind of standard. We had to repair it, otherwise it, as you saw, we were very slow reversing and traversing. But we fired 8 shots, gained 3,200 damage, and we're reloading heat now because we've seen there's a Centaur in front of us. We're kind of worried about the Stingray behind me, but he is behind cover and he cannot see me advancing, therefore I'm moving up into this courtyard area. Centaur doesn't know I'm here, so we can get one shot into him, 459 damage, which in hindsight isn't much more than that of the AP rounds that we were firing. 461, there we go, that's more like it. 517, must have just been a bit of a low roll. So the rate of fire is not bad. I'm not sure in comparison to other vehicles at the moment. I may well do a review on this vehicle in the upcoming weeks, but very good turret front, very good hull, upper hull and lower plate. You also get one smoke charge, but I haven't used it yet. But it is a very nice tank. The other tanks I've played, Type 69 2M, the Type 98, the Type 90 2M, well, they're not bad, but they're not great either. And the Type 82, the one previous to this tank, has some of the worst penetration for its tier that I've seen. The tank, I think that tank, the Type 80, has 270 odd pen, which is a lot lower than that of the other tier 5 main battle tanks. Additionally, I haven't played the WZ1224 yet, the premium vehicle. I may be acquiring one of those soon, so there'll be a video upcoming telling you if it's worth buying or not. And I'll probably compare that to the T72 Ural, as that's probably its closest competitor. Turret traverse, as you can see, is a little slow, but it's reasonable. You can improve it with retrofits if you need. Typhon 2 is behind buildings, which is unfortunate for me. He just keeps appearing and disappearing. So we need to push forward a bit more. I had expected that LAV 600 to be on the west. Aim time, I haven't actually talked about the aim time there. Not too bad. And we destroy that BMP free very easily. Typhon 2 makes an appearance. Heat shell did absolute bugger all. Sometimes the heat just doesn't do anything. Almost reloaded. There we go with the heat. Doesn't like being fired on the move. I wonder if I would have hit with the AP. I don't know. Don't quite have the reload, and this leopard is now in my way. I don't want to fire because I'll kill the leopard. Luckily, that heat round goes into the side armor of the Typhon 2 for almost 600 damage, which is very nice. The LAV 600 gets 2 very quick kills, which therefore leaves us a clear shot on the Typhon 2. And that LAV 600 is on very low hit points, and the shell flies very much at the center of the reticule. We pick up our 5th kill and 5,500 damage, whilst only taking 2 damaging hits. So there we go with the post-game stats. 7,000 experience, a lot of credits I didn't quite see because I was very quick, but top on the team on damage, second on base experience. The T80 on our team did more spying, 316,000 credits. 22 shots fired, 19 of those hit, and 3 of those missed. As you can deduce, I mean it tells you anyway. But that was the Type 85 2M, part of the new Chinese main battle tanks, which you can acquire from the Zhang Feng dealership. The red dragon in the dealers. Not a bad match, I don't think. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed the video. Tell me your thoughts on the Type 85 2M. Tell me if you've got into the game, if you've played the new Chinese main BTs, or if you've played against them, and tell me what you think of what you've experienced thus far. As always, I've been Geogen. This has been Armored Warfare patch 013 with the Type 85 2M, and I'll see you chaps and chapettes in the next one.